You need to stay well away from this Openclaw if you're a small business owner. One of the key things here, I suppose, and what we're going to do is going to briefly kind of go through this and my views on Openclaw and why I think it's completely the wrong platform and project to even looking at as a small business owner. Now, if you're tech savvy, you understand exactly what you're trying to do and you understand elements of coding, then by all means dive headfirst into it. But the problem here with most people are doing is, and what you tend to see everywhere on YouTube is, everyone is talking about how good cloud code is and how what you can build and what you can't build. But the problem is, and realistically, is most people are not in a position to build it. Most people have no idea about AI in general, and as I said, even if you get in talking to them about how to build different AI systems, it does become complicated. I want to quickly show you this post I seen, and this is after seeing this pop up a few different places, but each dot represents here 3.2 million people. This is the entire population of obviously the world, and you can see here down on the bottom, the yellow dots represent, I think it is, who actually pay for AI. The red dots are the one ahead of the curve. So again, you're more than likely ahead of the curve. You're watching this, so kudos to you. But you can see the grey dots are never used AI. You have green dots who use the free version of ChatGPT. More than likely, that's what they're using. You're simply typing into ChatGPT something simple, something answer, and you're getting it. So if we think it and we look at it from this point of view, as the green dots, there's 1.3 billion who use the free AI. They're not going to be jumping into using cloud code, things that are not cloud code, Openclaw, to generate unique agents and systems for themselves, because of the simple fact it's just way too advanced already. We need to kind of, I think people in general need to kind of pull it right back to what they need to use AI for. I've seen so many comments and questions about this inside of Reddit communities and things like that. It's the exact same thing. I'm trying to get AI into my business more, looking to see how I can use it and where to use it. I think, as I said, a lot of times you need to just start sitting down and seeing and write down what you spend your time on, because if you do that, you're going to get a clear understanding of where you can actually use AI. So again, I'm going to show you that at the very end of this video, or near the middle of it or whatever, and I'm going to pretty much go over some of the key reasons and ways you can use it pretty much without having to go jump over hurdles and go through walls and stuff like that. So again, pretty much that's what we're doing. So if we go back here to Openclaw, obviously, all I have to do was just do one quick search on vulnerabilities and system hacks, things like that. There's an article here that talks about Openclaw, and the project obviously surpassed the amount of people, but it's the potential for hacks that can happen very quickly here. So when most people, what they're doing, they install it on their own personal Macs computers, and what's happening is they're giving it access to everything. So obviously, as part of a business, you needed to give it access, and if you want to do your business tasks for you, you need to give it access to certain information. But what ends up happening is you're giving it all this information, you're giving it almost free reign to do anything. It's not always going to work out 100% for you. So not only do you have to spend so long trying to implement it and set it up, you then need to make sure that what it's doing is right. And what happens then is when things change, like what recently happened with Claude bringing out their own version of it, what's going to happen is there's going to be pushback. There's going to be, I think it was mentioned also, Google are limiting access through Openclaw as well. So again, you need to be aware of everything like this is happening within the space. And again, as I mentioned, if you're a small business owner, you don't want to be struggling trying to jump through all these hurdles while trying to keep the lights on in your business and keep everything running. So with that, that's one of the obviously main concerns here, is this setup. Now I know, yes, you can set it up on a virtual server, but then another obstacle there is you're trying to set up a virtual server. Again, if you're not tech savvy, it is going to be hard, it is going to be complicated, and all that for probably answering an email. You will be quicker just answering the email yourself, let's be honest. So look, as I said, shout out to everyone that has created some of these cool things over here that go through about Openclaw, what they have created. I think they're obviously in that red dot that I mentioned over here, that they are ahead of the curve. They understand how it can be used, but the key thing, and I think the next stage now is vital, to see how can it actually be implemented easily for business owners, and that is pretty much key for it. So what I want to do is I want to show you one of my own systems, what I've set up. And now, full disclosure, I'm not using Openclaw. I have absolutely no idea about coding. Don't even claim I do have any information, no knowledge in coding. It's all from trial and error, and that's pretty much it. Before I do that, shout out, I suppose, if you're interested in learning more about marketing and obviously AI, you can see what I've done there. focusing on marketing and how AI can help instead of AI being the driving factor here for us. Feel free to join. The link is below in the description. Breaks this down, all different fundamentals, marketing foundations, AI basics, content kickstart. The whole lot is there pretty much, and my own workflows and systems are also there that I use. So what I want to show you here is quickly one of my own systems that I built, and this is for websites. So I've built this entire system myself. Focus here is obviously to create SEO content, SEO articles. Does it help me on a day-to-day? Yes, it does. It stops me having to worry about trying to generate online traffic, and I'll show you proof of the little bit of traffic I'm getting at the moment, but I'll also show you the potential problems that I'm having already at this early stage. So I've run this system once today. It's generated me 2 articles, and I ran it once more to fix the keyword things here, and all I've done is got it to document all the keywords. The main reason for this was to stop this if you can see it over here, cannibalization of my own keywords, and I was afraid that's what was going to start happening to my content, and pretty much hopefully this will set up to avoid. So if I just quickly open this, and I'm already maxed out on my credits, so you can hopefully see that there. I'm already maxed out for this kind of session, 5-hour session, 97%, which is a big hit obviously to me at this moment in time, because as I said, I wanted to keep building a few things, and as I said, if you're a business owner, you need to be able to access this. Now I try to run this every 3 days a week. I run this based on my YouTube videos, so again, massive help for that. So what I want to show you here is this entire system that I built. Again, this is not AI automation 100%. This is AI automation to 80%. We still want to have input. We still want to have our own spin on things, and pretty much that's what this does. It creates my articles for me, comes along, uploads them to the website. You can see this articles here, and from there it's pretty much generated, if we load it up, all this content for me. So again, keyword optimized, internal linking, external linking, I think is vital. So any references that are made, it's referencing them properly, so it's giving credit to wherever the information is gathered from. Again, images are done in terms of prompts. All I have to do is pretty much create the images myself. This can be automated, but for the time being I'm just using it like this because I want to have a bit more control over the style I'm getting. Again, you can see references there, internal linking to another article obviously that I think I've done. So there's another article that has been linked to, which is absolutely spot on for what I want for this scenario. Now, the big question probably most people are asking, what's the point? Does it make any difference to you? Does AI or does Google like AI content? Well, look, be honest with you, once you search anything on Google search at the moment, it's more than likely the very first thing is an AI citation or something like that. I'm already getting citations in my content, obviously on Google, which is massive. I'm getting traffic in terms of impressions. I'm not getting a massive amount of clicks yet, but as I said, I'm fairly early in this entire, I suppose, experiment, if you want to say. So with that, what we're going to do is we're going to jump over here, and this is over the last 30 days, 28 days. My website has gone from pretty much 0 traffic to getting impressions and clicks. You can see I have 16 clicks to the website, which is massive, and more importantly, you can kind of see down here impressions now have started to spike up, and this is compounding of articles. And if I quickly go back to my website, you can see roughly this one was probably the most, the earliest, or the, where is it gone to? So around here is probably where I started it. There's a date somewhere there, so February 11th. And if we jump over here, you can see roughly around here is when it started, right there. So you can see from this image, and what I'll do is make myself disappear so you can see it better. Actually, you can see from this image that it started around here, and impressions have slowly started to gather a bit of momentum. Now, this can change massively within the blink of an eye, and I understand that, but the key thing here is that I'm not trying to game it in such a way by posting 5 or 6 articles every single day. I'm doing this 1 or 2 articles come out every 1 or 2, 3 days, maybe something like that. They're focusing around content that I've already made, obviously my long form content, and with this alone it just allows that compounding effect to happen. So again, look, definitely worth it for you to check it out and see how AI can help. But realistically speaking, there is no point in going back to and trying to build out something with Openclaw yet, until it becomes a bit easier. And obviously, with them being joining up with OpenAI, ChatGPT, this could potentially open the doors to some more user-friendly systems and how it's built. I do think this is going to be a massive next kind of development of AI. Is going to be the ability to have these agents and workflows happening for you while you're walking around. You can see this already with Claude Code. I think it's Claude Remote or something like that they have, and it's going to be a massive help. However, just because it's shiny, just because it's new, doesn't mean you need to use it straight away. And it's something that I've kind of found myself doing. I stepped away from it completely, and as I said, I've focused more on building systems that I have a bit more control over. It allows me to learn a bit more of what the pitfalls to avoid, things like that, before getting involved into everything else. And as soon as we get to a point where I think these are much more reliable, I suppose, what's going to happen is I'm going to start building these out, and I will have a complete system that will be working basically on command from my phone when I'm out and about enjoying life. Pretty much that's what it's going to be. So if you want to keep up on all this, learn more about how you can actually build systems that are going to help your business, going to give you a bit of time back, but let's be honest, they're not going to remove you from the entire equation, because I don't want that, and more than likely you don't want that either. So if you're interested in learning more, click the link below, join the group, free to join. We're currently sitting at a massive amount of members, 12 members, you can see it over there. But as I said, I'm trying to do everything I can to help people understand, learn AI, and base it on this key thing here is marketing foundations, so to help your business grow. So look, we're going to leave it there. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope everyone has a great day.